Right.
And you know, now as an independent artist, we have to do so many things to put out a record, promote it, you know, to interact with people.
Yeah.
It's through social media, which I try to do is, you know, I try to answer every email, every message possible. It takes a lot of hours, and it can be exhausting. But at the end of the day, I don't really feel like there's a lot of, I don't feel any pressure from, you know, like I'm affiliated with PRS.
Right,
and, but to me, that's just been a privilege and a really mutually beneficial situation. You know, I have a guitar and an amp, a couple of amps that I helped design, and consequently, I've got pretty much my ultimate rig.
Right.
And I think it's done well for them too. You know, to have these instruments that a lot of people seem to relate to and enjoy as well.
Yeah, that must be great to be able to keep going back and saying, you know, I want this a little bit different. And we were talking about earlier about the David Grissom model and how, how the changes that you make seem so obvious when you're down here. It's such a regional thing, I think, because again, Texas playing is so different.
Well, I think that there's definitely is a tradition of guitar playing in Texas that separates itself from other parts of the country, other parts of the world. I mean, it's a very hard to put. I don't know how to describe it in words. Really, it's just a thing, and there are still there's so many great guitar players in Texas right now.
Absolutely, everybody plays down here, and they all sound good at a thing.
Yeah. So when we designed the guitar, obviously my influences drove the whole thing, and you know, I'm really coming from much more from a vintage guitar perspective.
Sure. But
I want, you know, so combined with PRS's ability to consistently produce these incredible quality guitars that out of the case play like $1 million. So you've got the best of both worlds. It's definitely the most vintage inspired guitar they make, and I think that there's sort of there was a group of guitar players that weren't PRS kind of guys that that guitar appeals to a lot.
Well, it feels right to me. I've had several over the years, and I always kept selling them, and I haven't gotten my DG yet. But when I play it, it's like, oh, well, that's what I wanted before. And
well, you know, it's not the right guitar for everybody, but it was definitely a product of. I don't even know how many years to put on it. I've been playing PRS since '86.
Right.
So, '85, but it's the cumulative sort of experience and knowledge and things that the improvements I was making to guitars that I was already playing, and we sort of since we put it out, we really haven't changed anything on it. You know, in 6 years. So I think that's testament to the fact. I mean, I really wanted to make sure we had it right, and you know, I'm open in the future, but right now it seems to be working pretty well. Well,
it sounds great. Whenever I see you, it's a great gig that you have there at Saxon Pub. Every Tuesday, isn't it?
Pretty much every Tuesday, although I'm getting ready to go to Europe for 5 weeks, so we won't be there for about 7 weeks, starting March 11th or something like that. But yeah, it's been a fabulous opportunity to play with my band and to sort of develop a chemistry with the players in my band and have it become, you know, and have that group of guys form an identity and a sound.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tell me about this guitar here.
This is a Collings, which is made in Austin. I've had it for 13 or 14 years.
Yeah.
And they make unbelievably wonderful acoustic instruments.
They're incredible. Collings and Santa Cruz must be the best two factory guitars, and Collings is incredible.
PRS is making some really great acoustics as well. They're they're kind of a unique design. The Collings is really inspired. This is like the equivalent, if you could go back to 1938 and buy a Martin D18 off the wall.
Right.
This is what it would kind of be like, but it's a new instrument, so it's got the advantage of it's more roadworthy. It probably intonates a little better.
Oh, I'm sure.
Old Martins are notorious for having the bridge in the wrong place.
Absolutely.
and it's about a 20th of the price.
Yeah, yeah, right, right.
So they're awesome guitars.
And you're going to play something for us here. Let's
Yeah.
let's take a listen.
All right. I've ridden 10,000 waves in search of the keys to the kingdom. Earthbound like a bird in a cage, dreaming of flights of freedom. In the darkness before the dawn, I found love that lead me on. Beyond the blue horizon, where the ocean meets the sky, the jet trail keeps on climbing, and I've never felt this high. I've tasted heaven, I've gone to hell, I've heard stories only time can tell. I wouldn't change one memory or break the flow, 'cause now I know how it feels to fly. I know that the sun high above was there yesterday, but this morning it did not seem quite so far away. I felt something pure and new, woke up in a room with a different view. Beyond the blue horizon, where the ocean meets the sky, the jet trail keeps on climbing, and I've never felt this high. I've tasted heaven, been told to go to hell, I've heard stories only time can tell. I wouldn't change one memory or break the flow, 'cause now I know how it feels to fly. In a world of silver and gold, nothing compares to a hand to hold, and now I know how it feels to fly. Beyond the blue horizon, where the ocean meets the sky, the jet trail keeps on climbing, and I've never felt this high. I've tasted heaven, I've gone to hell, I've heard stories only time can tell. I wouldn't change one memory or break the flow, 'cause now I know how it feels to fly. How it feels to fly.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. One thing I want to say before we're done here with this clip is everything we do today, everything we do this weekend, we're going to dedicate to the memory of Paco de Lucia, for the great Paco de Lucia. So thank you very much, and we got another clip coming for you in just a second.